Okay. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, April. How's it going? Hello, Candice. How's it going? Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Wisdom Tree Astrology. Hello, Christy. Jennifer Ray. Hello. Divine Sky Mystic. Hello. Said you're hanging in there. I've been great actually, but I've been tired, so I haven't been coming on for my Mondays. So I'm trying to be good today. I want to be on here. How you going, Jennifer? It's nice to see you, Jennifer Ryle Britton. Hello, Blaine Healy. Blaine Healy. Okay, that's okay. I'll get it, guys. I can read, I swear. I can read things. Denise, what's up? I can read words. Hello, Darren. Hello, Darren. Dana, don't you know you make me crazier? And I want to kiss your mouth with Taco Bella for my Dana. There you go. That's the song, Dana. You didn't know that you were getting that today. What up, Ellen? Well, I knew I'd win you over with the Taco Bell, to be honest. You put Dana and Taco Bell together, and it's just a winning combination. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Jennifer. That makes me very happy. The real Nashe. What's up? Just singing people's names today as we warm up, start to wake up. I did leg day today. My legs are jacked. What up? K123404321. Hello, X Nasirax. Nasira? Yeah, it's Nasira. Yes, I love the energy. You know what? I'm doing my best today, Nashe. I'm really trying. Oh my God, Medium Michael Mayo. That's me. What up, Fox girl? Julie, what's up in here tonight? Apparently, I'm just singing everyone's name for a hot minute. Lily, you are my lily, and I want to be smelling your... Wait, whoa. I almost went somewhere inappropriate. And you know what? Not today. Not today. Hope I'm doing well. You know what? Your hope is satisfied. I am doing great. I sound happy. You know what, Miss Melissa? I am happy. I am happy. Ellen. Oh my goodness. Honka honka boom love. Ellen. You're in this room, Ellen. And I love it when you're here. There you go. You know, I can actually make my hair look exactly like that. Let me see. Sorry, I'm getting cut off just slightly on this here. Let me go this way. This way. There we go. There we go. There we go. That was the remix. Yeah, that was the remix. Get on then. Yeah, well, it's under a hat because I came back from the gym, and so I'm hiding my true hair. Crazy husband here. Much love. Thank you for everything you did. You took a little bit of my pain away. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I helped a little bit. A little bit's better than no bit. cast for next Elvis movie. I don't think I look like Elvis, but I can get the hair. And you know what they say, the higher the hair, the closer to heaven. And so, really when I'm doing my mediumship, I probably should get some really high hair here. High hair here. He loves an alliteration. Sorry. Oops, I'm seeing a new name here. Billy. What's up, Billy? Welcome. Welcome, Billy, to this channel. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing readings because that's what I do on Mondays. Mondays at 7 o'clock Pacific, except I got on earlier because I'm trying to get off earlier. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to start earlier, folks. I do have a sparkly jacket to go with the high hair. That is very true. Oh, Katrina, it's so great to see you too. It's so great to see you, Katrina. No worry, Cherry. Going down the mystic road. Sorry, I'm just going to keep doing that, guys. Nasira says, I'm a little high if that counts. You know what? It does. It counts here. This is a safe space. You can be as high as you want to be. You hear about Annabella's US tour? I've seen a couple of things on that, yeah. What up, Buttons? Maui, mwah. Hello, Miss Melissa, mwah. Yeah, I'm already putting you in a better mood. Oh my God, what else can I do to put you in a better mood? Put on some music and be like, oons, 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 and then just do one of these. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That's a different account. That's only Medium's account. You know what I'm saying? That's the only Medium's account. Maddie, sweet Matt. I love you, Matt. Oh my God, stop. Are you watching Agatha? I did watch Agatha. Agatha all along, baby. It's great. Oh my God, he summoned you with the Agatha song. I know, I probably did, huh? Hello, Peter. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the room. Glad you're early. I always miss the end because it's 3:45 a.m. wake up time. Yeah, Only Mediums. Yeah, we won't complain. Well, I don't know. You haven't seen it, so you might. What's your Venmo? I feel I need a tip. I love you too. That's not what I'm looking for, okay? That kind of tip, never mind. I'm going to stop there. I'm not even going to go there. Matthew Tao. Okay? Jeez Louise. Denise, oh my gosh, you always make me laugh. You know what? I'm trying, guys. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh. Dana, keep going. Y'all, I'm nuts today. I don't know. Well, I know why I'm a little perky today. I'm a little bit perky. There's a reason. Anyone psychic enough to tell me the reason why I'm perky today? Some of you might know. Yeah, exactly. Down the road. Down the witch's road. I can't get the notes. Down the road. Yeah, that's it. I was deep in my witchy phase a few months ago and binged Agatha. Don't know how I feel about it, though. It was so good. What do you mean you don't know? It's the gathering of the mediums, yes. Every Monday we like to gather around for the sacrifice of, I don't know. I got nothing, guys. I was trying to do a witchy theme thing, but I couldn't think of a single thing, and witch talk might get me if I say anything crazy, so you know what I'm saying. Gotta be careful. Ellen says, you met someone. Maybe. Can we say on chat? Well, I would be careful with what you guess in the chat. Damn, you nailed my accent. You've never heard my voice. Are you psychic? Oh my gosh, Peter, I didn't know. But, I am psychic. You know what else is perky? Thank you. Not psychic, but have you met the one? K1234 is like, pre-workout? I have never taken pre-workout. I took it one time and I was like, never again. But y'all are pretty psychic, honestly. Hubby and I took a road trip and binged your book. So good. Oh my God, I love that. Did Hubby also read the book, or did just you read the book? I don't know. Some of Agatha was a bit too cringe for me. I get it. I get that. Can we do table and sing down the road? See what happens. We either get Spirit or the road. Hey, Matt. Yes, I'll take either, honestly. But I have to tell you, I have no witching skills, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to be helpful on the road. You went on a date. I have gone on a date, Melissa. That's true. Evening, all. Hello, Angie's. You read it out loud? You're so cute, Allie. What did your husband think? Oh, Mayo Mondays will turn to Tea Monday. I'm here for the cheese man. I know, huh? Listen, I have tea every Monday, baby. Matt, neither did Sharon. Yeah, neither did she, and she died on the road. I wrote a book. Yes, I have a book. It's called Spirit Speaks. It came out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 years ago. I think 2022. He loved it. Explained a lot of physical mediumship he's experienced in his life. How freaking cool, Allie. I'd love to hear some of his stories or your stories. I'm your Sharon. Yeah, are you going to let me pass, though? I don't really want that. Hey, look, I summoned another witch, the Hype Witch. What up? Oh, yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Literally speaks to spirit. I have no witching abilities. Yeah, that's true. But see, like, I don't do a beluga come winds of the Caspian Sea. You know that. A groove of glossitis at max laryngitis, la voce to me. Now, sing. What's going on, boo? Love your work. Thanks, the Hype Witch. Michael, I did karaoke for the first time and slayed that song. Oh my God, I wish it was recorded because Matt, I want to hear that. Thank you. April knows what's up. She said, I'm doing karaoke in 2 days. I got to get these pipes warmed up. Okay, great. Let's do it. Let's hear it, Matthew Tao. I'll sing it for you right now. Oh, there you go. Come in. We're ready for you. Oh my God, he accepted.
I lied. I got too scared.
Oh, come on. I can play you the backing track.
Okay, all right. You do it.
Wait, for real? Because I will.
Why not? I got nothing to lose.
Oh my God, Matt. Okay. I don't give a crap, Matt. Hold on, please. Give me one moment. I will pull this up. And you will sing it, and you will be.
I'm gonna leave my camera off. I do. Yeah. My dear sweet child, it's what I do. It's what I live for. There you go. You're losing me, Michael. You're losing me. Uh-huh. Hi. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of self-work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's making progress. I feel like it's good for mediums to do self-work, and so I've been feeling the pull back to do mediumship, and going back into development a little bit and just playing around. So, wonderful, Michael. Yeah. Well, I tried to truly be transparent of being like I'm going through like some mental health stuff. And I think that it's, the best thing to do for a teacher is to push pause on mediumship and teaching and kind of doing the right thing by the students. Because I want my students to get, and your students too. I know we share a lot between both of us. To just know that it's okay from a teacher's standpoint to push pause and come back to it when I'm ready. I mean, just trying to teach the students the right thing to do. Like if you are having a crisis, it's okay to put it down.
Right from God's ears to your mouth. Hold on, I'm gonna just do this thing. I mean, you can keep talking and inspiring the listeners.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. And the reason why we want to pause too is because we're vulnerable ourselves, right? And we're dealing with other vulnerable people. And I know for myself, walking around hurting, having PTSD, it was hard to be with spirit because it was so loving and complete that I just felt drawn there and I wanted to escape my life and spend all my time with the spirit world. So knowing when to push pause, because when you're at that point of wanting to always be there, that's not why we as mediums are here. We need to live. And I think people forget that mediums we experience some heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. And so doing self-work and self-development and knowing where you are mentally makes you a better medium, because then you can hold better space for the people that you're reading for, and they're grieving. So we want to be in a respectful space. So it's okay to push pause. If you ever get a chance, go get some mentorship from Michael. Please go get some mentorship from Michael. I don't know if you're accepting mentors, but mentees, please do it. Because a lot of this stuff I've learned by myself, but Michael was an amazing teacher at Oak Ridge, and so was Megan and Lisa. So I just want to give you guys shout outs for being my mentors and always telling me to do the right thing. So thank you.
Well, we love you. I think we know that.
And Dana Willie.
Classic Dana. I'm really excited, so can we just turn off this lead vocals here? Because Matt is with his lyrical weirdness, so hopefully it won't be too much of a weird lag when the fact that it's on the computer and it has to pass through tickety tops, but we'll do our best. Okay?
That's fine, Michael. You know what? I can't.
It's starting with the only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself. Okay? Do you know the words?
Yes, I do. I know I am good.
Get ready for this amazing performance by the medium and also the handsome
Wait, hold on. What does it start with? Just say the first line one more time.
The only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself.
All right. I'm going to try to be a normal tone so I'm not kicked out of a hotel.
Be a normal tone. Even if you mark it, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
The only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself. That's it. I'm just waiting for it.
Okay, thank you. That's what I do. It's what I live for. To help unfortunate merfolk like yourself. Poor souls with no one else to turn to. But I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find it nowadays. I've mended all my ways. Repentance, the light in me to switch true. Yes. I am. It's just hard to do without seeing the music.
It's so good. I mean, we can pause here, but if you'd like to keep going, we can.
No, I'd rather not.
If I become human,
Okay.
I'll never be with my father and sisters
Thank you,
again.
Matt. That was incredible. Guys, let's hear it for Matt. Let's get lots of W's in the chat for sweet Matt for being amazing. That was incredible. Yes. That was so fun. What a beautiful, not only inspirational message that we got to hear, but we also got to hear Matt be creative and fun. So one thing I will say, give Matt lots of love. If you aren't following Matt, you should follow Matt. Matt is a sweet man and excellent medium, and he's beautiful. So you can't lose. Enjoy that. I'm sure that most of my people could not hear the actual music because it's coming out of my computer. But you know what? You guys on TikTok, you heard it. And you know what? There's 48 of you. So gets a little bit of a priority. That being said, thank you, Matt. Thank you for being so sweet and lovely. Oh, everybody's clapping on these other things too. So they must have heard it too. The only people that didn't really hear it was was my Instagram. So yeah, thank you, Matt. That was so fun. Matt over here just performing. Oh, okay. So with that very positive, very inspiring, and also very fun intro, that makes me think of the Sanderson sisters when she goes, "Thank you, Max, for that marvelous introduction. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine." You know, any diva that we can be as homeless. Oh, I better be careful with what I say because sometimes I get weird things from the ticketies. For the friends of Dorothy, as I like to call us, we try to be, as fabulous as possible. Thanks. See, nice Winifred. Thank you. With the towel on the head, yeah. This has come full circle from the performance of this Michael did back in the day with the towel on his head. Yes, I have definitely performed that song before on this here live, and you know what? Yeah. K1234 says, "Friends of Dorothy, ha 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 ha." Hey, that's a classic way of describing myself and my people. I would love to hear your range. I can tell you're an incredible singer. I was once an incredible singer. Once upon a time, prior to allergies and allergy medication, Michael was a singer. Back in the day when he was a musical theater person. And now it's not what it used to be. I used to be able to belt to the rafters. Not anymore. Not anymore. But I'm doing karaoke on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have to warm up. Maybe later tonight I'll just break out into song. Maybe I'll break out into song. Don't let it confuse you. He can still sing. Melly, come on. Well, listen, I can carry a tune. I can carry a tune. But what you don't understand is I used to be able to sing. I could sing before. Now it's like, all right, well, he's doing good. You can tell he's had some training at one point in his life. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, anyway. Alex says, "I heard you nailed your performance of Rent once upon a time." That's very true, Alex. Thank you. I'm pretty sure you came and saw it. Did you come see that? When I was in Rent. Hey, Spices. I love that. You blame the allergies and always come out with the best work. Allergies don't stop you. Well, they definitely make singing difficult when you got postnasal drip and all kinds of things, but yeah. Hi, Gia. Yes, I'm doing readings. I'm going to do them. Your macaw is the only one who thinks you can sing. That's amazing. First of all, that's rad. You have a macaw. That's incredible. Hello, Moochie Mooch. Oh, I'm sweating. Why am I sweating right now? Oh, I know why. It's hot as hell in my house. Rent was the best Broadway show. It was a good one, for sure. I don't know how those people sang at 8 shows a night, though. I mean, a week, because that's crazy. Alex says, I seen it. I kept the playbook. Legendary performance. Thank you so much, Alex. That's so sweet. Alex is one of my best friends since childhood. And he is referring to seeing me perform once upon a time. How are the kittens? The kitties are great. They're somewhere being cats. Itsy Bitsy Fighter is her favorite song, and very close second is Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. That is a broad range of macaw musical tastes. I'm not allowed to sing anymore. My toddler forbade it. Hi, Mikus? Hello, Kim's light energy. Your macaw loves a variety of music. Macaws are so interesting. Birds in general, they're such an interesting animal. I really would love to have a raven, but I'm not allowed to legally in California. I'd love to have a raven, though. Be so cool, because they're so smart. Yeah, ravens are so fascinating. Just give one outside a snack. I know we don't have any ravens here, but we do have crows. But the problem is I'm too concerned about diseases. So I don't want to touch it if it's been outside in the world and pecking at things and blah, blah. Your boy, not a big fan of germs. So there's that. Hello, Aubrey. I won't tell if you don't tell. That's because April is a ride or die, guys. If you ever have, something to take care of, call April. April will be there. She'll bring whatever tools you need. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. And don't even get me started on George. George is why April's a ride or die, actually. Would really love to hear from... I need it badly this week. I'm sorry, Aubrey, to hear about your loss there. I will offer to just be careful to put any personal information in this chat, because I promise you there are people who are going to take the information from the chat and then send you a message with an account that looks like mine, with pictures that look like mine, and they're going to try to scam you out of a reading. So if you end up getting a message at all from anyone saying that they have a reading for you from your loved one, please know that it's fake. It's not me. I never send a message to anyone ever, period, hands down. So I just want you to know that and just be careful, okay? So try not to put any personal information in the chat, okay? I just don't want you guys to get scammed, because I get emails from people. It just happened just the other day where they were like, hey, you never sent me my reading. It's emailing me on my website. And I was just like, I'm sorry? She said, yes, it was $29.95. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry that you got scammed. So just be careful. You somehow got kicked out. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, I should probably do a reading. Let's do readings, shall we? Because I have enough energy. Y'all have inspired me. And not only that, Matthew Tao, with his performance, really got me in the joy. But anyway, really quickly, those of you who claimed that you, when I asked you about what is the psychic reason that I am happy, you got it right. So, yeah. You got it right. So there's that. Yeah, just in time. Hi, Veronica. He was a great opener. Well, Julie, her name is Daniel. So his name is Daniel. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next week. Oh no, will he be here? No, he won't be here. I was gonna say maybe next week he'll be on the live, but no, I don't think he's gonna be here. So yeah. Yeah, so it's great. So any of you who've recently predicted in a class or something like that you'd meet someone, well, you were right. You psychic little babies. Anyway, very happy. Thanks all the people who are happy for me. That's very sweet. Yeah, it's great. It's nice. Hello, Just Sage. Yeah, so anyway, that's a fun thing. So yeah, I guess we should start to soft launch. Yeah, it's a little soft launch. Yeah, this is the soft launch. It's not official yet, but is about to be. So, you know. And I don't need to be psychic to know that. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Nice to have you here. I'm doing well. I'm a little sweaty. Because my house is hot and I came back from the gym. So there's that. Hard launch, you said his whole name. Well, I didn't say his whole name, but yeah. Okay, I see you, Michael. I mean, if he knew I was talking about him right now, he probably would be, yeah. So, if he knew I was talking about him, he doesn't know that though. He's sleeping right now. So there's that. Oh, I'm blushing? Yeah, I'll blush for sure. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing well, Kevin. That's great. Hopefully you're nice and busy. Hopefully you're supporting the spirit world. If anyone's not following Kevin Lewis Medium on the Tickety Talks, you should check it out. Or if any of you, not on the Tickety Talks, sorry, Instagram, you should check out Kevin Lewis Medium. He also has a show. You have a show, right, Kevin? What's the name of your show? What about the pink lighting? Oh, it could be the pink lighting. I might not be blushing, but I might be blushing. You're smitten. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, I am pretty smitten. That's pretty true. Very busy. Just had Eileen here for a week. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Incredible. How was it? So when we meet him, can we interrogate him? Sure. Michael, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts on Journey of Souls. Yeah, it's an interesting book. I'm pretty big on evidence, and so I don't know how much evidence is there to gain from that, but I think the idea is on par with reality. She is the best. On YouTube, yeah, so Kevin Lewis Medium's show is on YouTube, so check it out. She really is the best. Eileen Davies is the best. So if anyone is ever interested in Eileen, she is the best. Eileen Davies. Check her out. Learn from her. She's incredible. So yeah. Anyway, so we should probably do some readings. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm kind of tired because I always am on Mondays because I work out right before this. But I have a little bit of energy, so let's see what happens, shall we? Okay, so basically what's going to happen is I am going to allow myself to become passive and receptive. As I do this, I'm going to start to become aware of spirit presence, and then I'll start to describe who I feel is present. As I feel that, I'm going to talk about it, and then if you can understand the information, what you're going to do is you are going to, or I'm going to check in at some point and say, who can understand this? You should be able to take 100% of the information, if not 99, something like that. Because there are a few people here between TikTok and my other social medias. So it's important for you to be able to take all of the information. We want to be as specific as possible. And so, yeah, we would. I'm not sure when our next one's starting, but I will let you know, lollipops. Make sure that you're subscribed at oakbridgeinstitute.org. What else am I saying? Yeah, so I'm going to describe who I feel is coming forward. If you can understand the information you're going to put when I ask, you're going to put hearts in the chat, and that I will try to narrow it down to who it is. Jason's in the house. And once I narrow it down, I'm going to ask that you come up on the live. It's important that you come up on the live because I don't want to do it through text, because going through text is a much slower process. I have to hold the power a little bit more. It's a little bit more exhausting. I'd rather just have your voice and the immediate feedback, which is important to me. So please do that. Please be willing to come up on here. Let me see what else I need to say. I won't have any idea what I'm talking about as long as it makes sense to you. That's what's important. When you're on here, generally sticking to yes, no, I don't know, I need more information is ideal. Because I don't really want you to give me a bunch of information. I just want you to let me tell you. And at the end, if you want to give me some feedback, you're welcome to do that. Let me see if there's anything else I need to say. I don't think so. So yeah, I'll ask that you do come up on the live. Do know this is recorded, and by accepting the reading, you are agreeing to be recorded. But one thing I do want to say is that you don't have to have your camera on. So if you do come up on any of these platforms, you don't have to have your camera on. You can keep your camera off. So it'll just be your voice. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. Just a little stretchy stretch before. Look at this. I'm sweating from the heat of this day. So thanks, Dana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get started. So let me just start to become sensitive. As soon as I'm ready to start, I will check in with you when I'm ready. And then if you can understand the information, you'll put hearts in the chat, and then we will go from there. And I'll narrow it down to who it is for, then I'll ask you to come up onto the live. All right. So give me a few minutes. As soon as I'm ready, then I'll begin. And as I'm doing this, you can send a loving thought out to your loved ones in spirit, inviting them to step forward and draw themselves near to me. And then what you can do is send a loving thought out that someone other than yourself will receive a reading if they really, really need it. Someone who really needs the reading will be the one to receive it. That creates harmony, that creates support of one another, and that makes communication better. So right now what I'm doing is just becoming sensitive. I'm just allowing myself to start to become passive. When you're doing this work, you have to learn how to quiet the thinking mind and allow yourself to move into a feeling space, feeling that atmosphere around you, expanding your energy to open up so that the spirit can impress you with who is here. And I haven't really attuned yet today, so it's going to take a little bit of time for me to feel fully there. Just try to feel a little bit of something, so I'm just going to let it grow a little bit, and then we'll go from here. Just a minute. Okay, definitely have a gentleman stepping forward, but I'm just going to let him step in a little bit more. Definitely, it's interesting because I keep feeling father, but I'm also hearing George or John that is also here for some reason. I don't know that that's his name, but I just keep hearing that for some reason. So I'm just giving it as I feel this gentleman start to step in a little bit more. Okay, yeah, he feels like a father. As I talk about him, he feels like a thinner man. He doesn't feel like he's a very large sort of build. He also feels to me. I'm just letting him step in a little bit more. I'm trying to get a sense of his essence. He feels to me like a very involved father. Interestingly, though, I almost want to say there might have been a gap at some point within this relationship to him, because it feels to me as though that there might be this sense of when he originally, uh, when you were younger, there feels to me as though there's some sort of gap or distance with him. But then, as you're getting older, I want to say maybe even in your like 20s, there seems to be a little bit more involvement or a little bit more connection here as I feel him. I feel as if I need to say Tyler, Taylor, something like that. That feels connected here as I'm relaxing into his presence. Yeah, it's interesting because there is this quality here of him where there is this want to have a connection, but there's sort of this wavering quality that I can feel from him, as if there was this in and out feeling of this relationship. And I feel as though nearing maybe even the later part of his life, there was much more consistency. I keep being drawn to either less hair or lack of hair or something like that. He makes me also feel, there feels as if I would want to say, um, I can't, it's not quite substance abuse, but it feels almost as if I need to say that there would have been that same, like a similar struggle of some sort. Maybe that's mental health. I'm still not quite clear on it, but maybe if I get a little bit of someone's voice here, if you can understand the information and you can take 100% of that, can you put, including the names, hopefully, because that's probably the most specific thing. Can you put some hearts in the chat? This would be Dad. So Tori, you can understand this information. Allison, you said you can understand this information. What I'd like to know if you can take the names. The George or John. There's a Tyler, something like that. That also needs to fit here too. Thinner gentleman, in and out in the relationship, not very more stronger relationship as he gets older. Can't tell if that's substance or mental health, but there's something that causes. Your daughter is Taylor. Okay, cool. Okay, can you take George or John connected in here? Hmm. Okay. I'm kind of drawn to Tori, so I'm going to bring Tori up just to see if this fits for her, and then we'll see. or them. I don't know if they're male or female, but we'll find out in a second. Hear me?
Can you hear me?
Are you able to go somewhere a little bit quiet?
Yes. Hang on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Almost there.
Take your time. I mean, I'm hanging out if you're hanging out.
I'm ready.
Amazing. Okay. And I call you Tori?
Ashley.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So, Ashley, you can understand this information, correct?
Correct.
You can understand a gentleman in spirit, thinner build, feels like father, feels like he would have had some sort of either substance abuse or mental health. I can't quite tell which it is. Maybe it's both, but I can just feel something there. And I feel as though there would have been, does that part make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Can you also understand that there would have been this sort of in and out of the relationship with him, and that there would have been more so presence kind of when he was much older and closer to the end of his life?
Yes.
Can you also understand that he would have died kind of younger, because I don't see him being very old?
Yes.
It makes sense that he would have died. I'm just guessing based off of how he looks to me, so forgive me if it's not exactly it. But would he have died somewhere like in his 50s or 60s or something like that?
50s, yes.
50s, okay. Because I'm just basing this off of how he kind of looks to me. There is this quality to him that almost feels like kind of hard to pin down. Would that make sense? Do you want me to be a little
Yes.
specific on what I mean by that? It feels almost like within his life, it was sort of trying to kind of create a sense of stability for himself was difficult for him. Can you?
Yes.
Okay. Because I just feel this sort of back and forth. And would it make sense that at the end of his life, he would have either been on his own or alone or something like that? Because there's this feeling here that I want to talk about of being by myself or being not around a lot of people. Does this make sense?
Not really.
That's okay. I could
With that part.
interpreting that incorrectly, because the feeling that I get here, would that make sense? There are periods in his life though where he would have either been kind of on his own, sort of searching for something, because it feels like this sort of searching that I can feel with him. Does that make sense?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to give you a few more pieces. You can understand Taylor making sense here. Is that correct?
Taylor, yes.
And then would you also be able to take, let me just see here. I'm just going to make sure that this is for you. I'm just going to feel him just a little bit more. Give me a second. I keep coming back to John. Can you take John connected here? John, Jonathan, something like that?
Not a Jonathan, no.
Okay. I'm just going to put it down. It might make sense later. Would you understand this not being your father? Is that correct?
This is my father.
This is your father. There's something about what I'm feeling that feels to the side. I want to say some like a strong connection to an uncle. Would that make sense to you?
That would be with him.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
So you can understand an uncle that would be strongly connected to him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Can you also understand, because he's bringing that up, can you understand, I don't know if this is a close relationship to either cousins or something like that. There's like a cousin, I think this might be one, that would have been around quite a bit. Can you understand?
Yes.
Would this have been a gentleman?
Yes.
I for some reason want to talk about this cousin here. Can you understand this cousin also had sort of an up and down kind of path, if that makes sense?
Not the up and down part, no.
Can you understand that this, let me see why, you can understand that this cousin would have had, because I keep feeling this up and down thing, so it might just be that I'm getting confused. Let me just see what I feel here, because
With me and him, yes.
With you and him, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
So like a closeness and then sort of a distance and sort of a
Yes.
trade. Would it make sense to say that this cousin almost at times was almost like a sibling, like another sibling? Because it just sort of feels to me as though that there's this closeness at times, and then I feel like there's some sort of distance.
Yes.
Okay. But you have other siblings, correct? You have 2 other siblings?
Correct.
Yeah. And he's making me aware. Brother, sisters. Did you understand a brother and a sister?
Brother.
A brother, okay.
2 brothers.
Brothers, okay. So she said, is this brothers or sisters? And I couldn't, okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
Can you also understand with this that there would be something from dad having to have hashed it out with him when he was younger? Because it feels
Yes.
as though there's almost this quality of you and him kind of burying the hatchet sort of thing. Do you understand?
Yes.
And it feels to me, for some reason, I wanted to talk about this being somewhat close to grandchildren being born. It would be like his grandchildren. Can you understand grandchildren?
Can, yes.
Connected to him, and it'd be around that same time. Does that make sense?
In the, I mean, yes,
I'll elaborate a little bit and hopefully this kind of
that's fine.
The feeling that I get here is that there's something to do with grandchildren. I don't feel like they're yours though. I feel like they're like your kids. I feel like it would be someone else's kids. And this is around the time when either he's trying to be incorporated a little bit more, and then there's something to do with burying the hatchet. Does that make any sense?
So can I kind of explain a little bit on that part? Because I'm a medium too, so I know how this kind of works as far as what to say. But with that part, so I was fighting for my kids with CPS, and he left and didn't help me. He said he would take them, and he didn't. And there was that is exactly what it is.
If we just feel this sort of issue, this need to bury the hatchet and feeling
Yes.
a sense of connected to the kids.
Yep. Nope, you're absolutely right.
Thank you. So, thank you for that comment. I feel as if you need to say with him that there's this feeling of, I don't know, this kind of waffling feeling of like how to be a proper parent. It's almost as if you looked at him and was like, I need you to show up. I need you to be a better
Yes.
throughout your life.
Yes.
That's sort of the feeling. And I would say that he kind of had his attention on something else. Like, it's almost as if his mind was always on either this other life or this other world. And I just feel as though it was sort of this push and pull with him. Does this make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
I feel also too, as I say this, it's like, and honestly, as I'm saying other life, other world, it almost feels like he's just trying to find his own way for some reason. I'm not clear on that perfect, but it feels as if he's always trying to find his. Like, can you understand feeling as if you, at some point, almost like raised him to some degree? Like,
Absolutely, yes.
you felt like more of the adult at a certain point, and it was like you're trying to like get him to meet you at a certain age. Does that make sense?
Yes, so I'll explain that when you're done, because that is accurate.
Yeah, because it just feels this way as if there's some sort of almost you having to look after, or you trying to reach out, or you doing the more of the
Yes.
emotional labor.
Always, yes.
And so I feel from him as I'm here, I feel this feeling of I feel forgiveness, like asking for forgiveness, and at the same time, I feel as though there's a part that you've already done that with. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Because it feels to me, but would you understand that you did maybe even a birth of that work after his passing?
Yes.
Because I feel as if I'm talking, when I talk about this, really quick, can you understand ashes or something with him? Like either
Yes,
you have his ashes or someone has his ashes?
I have them. Yes.
Okay. Because I feel as though he just wanted to mention that you still, despite the challenges, he's making me feel you still, I guess the word I'm going to say is looked out for him, loved him, and tried your best to take care of him. Can you understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
And he's saying he's so grateful for it. As I said, it was kind of covering your chills.
I got chased too.
Yeah, there's this
Yeah,
story here of him saying thank you for putting up with me. That's actually what I just heard. It's
that's accurate.
thank you for putting up with me. He comes in, he's showing me the sensitive side as I'm hearing this right now too. Because there was a little bit more of a, I guess maybe difficult side that he would kind of have because of his, maybe if it's okay if I say, like he was a little bit more
Yeah.
emotional than the player, if that be fair to say.
Yes.
And I feel as though that could create some conflict and difficulty for him. And he's showing us that there was this sensitive side kind of behind all of that. Can you understand that? And
Yes.
I feel as though that would on occasion sort of present itself, and that was kind of what you were always searching for or seeking from him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I feel as though he's saying thank you for being around. I feel something. I don't know what this is, but let's start with what I'm seeing. He keeps flashing me what looks like. It looks kind of like a fluffy sort of like sheep wool sort of thing. Like it's showing you like the fluff part of like almost whether that's a stuffed animal is how it's showing itself to me. I don't know what it feels. But it's sort of showing this like fluffy, lamby sort of thing. That's the very first thing that I'm seeing. This makes me feel as though I'm going back to when you were a younger kid. Can you remember him either giving you, I don't know, it feels like a stuffed animal, or it feels like something that would have been really, really important to you when you were little. Does that make sense?
Um, Kinda. The only thing I can think of is like maybe a blanket that was had that fluffiness, that was very special to me. And
It's the fluffiness that he's trying to give me. So if that's
yeah,
the association that you're making to it, I'll take that. Just because
yeah,
I was very hesitant to say the sheep part, but it's like I'm trying to describe the like
the
fluffy
fluffy.
side because it kept
Yeah,
showing me like the fluffiness of the wool, if you will.
yeah.
And I feel like that would be important. And then would you also understand? I'm noticing your brothers, but would you understand another female that he would be connected to who feels kind of similar generation to him?
Um,
Let's take a look a little bit. Would there be like a, I don't know if this is Stephanie and then something like this? Can you understand like a Steph? A Stephanie?
that would be alive.
I don't know. But
Okay,
what I do know is he's referring to this other female that feels like Stephanie is one of them.
that doesn't make sense really.
I'm gonna
But
keep
I'm
going.
gonna think about that.
I'm gonna keep going just a little bit because I do. It's the
Yes,
stuff part is really what I want to say. It's like stuff is what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna get back to you. If it makes sense, whether you can always let me know.
I will.
I feel as though I want to talk about. Let me just see here. Would it make sense to you that there was a little bit of this feeling of leaning on me?
Yes,
And I feel almost like my other brothers were not really, like it didn't happen as much for them. Does that make sense? Because
yes.
I actually want to say that there was one of your brothers would have either had quite a distance from him, and the other one feels more connected to him. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Is it the younger one who's a little bit more connected to him?
No,
Okay. I feel
the
as though
older
he
one.
wants to talk about the younger one. Can you understand that with your younger brother, there's either this sort of independent quality or this quality of him kind of finding his own path, finding his own
Yes.
and feeding Hazel because I can feel him wanting to munch on this. And then with your older brother, can you understand this sense of trying to create strong stability?
Yes.
I'm trying to see what his brother says. There's honestly this feeling of, and your brother is married, correct?
No.
Neither of your brothers are married?
Not married, no.
But with a partner? Can you understand with a partner?
The younger one is, yeah.
Okay. Can you understand, this is making no sense. Can you understand your older brother trying to create more stability, almost feels like around this, like within relationships?
Currently, yes.
Because I just feel this sense of him wanting to encourage him a little bit right now. I feel like he's like lifting him up, like trying to get him out there.
Yes.
It's the feeling that I get there. And I feel almost like kind of prodding him. Did you understand that he's made some changes recently that would?
Yes, that's absolutely amazing. Yes. Big changes.
I just feel as though that there's these changes to how he is, to how he's presenting, to how he feels. I can see your dad going like this, kind of prodding him to encourage him. It feels multiple levels. It doesn't just feel one way that these changes occur. It almost feels like physical, mental, emotional. Like I feel like I'm really pushing him
There's a lot, yeah.
to be the best that I can be. I can feel that very much. And then I also feel here does one of the brothers really strongly connecting to like music in some way?
Who?
One of the brothers really strongly connect to music.
Yes.
Is this the younger one that's strongly connected to the music?
He, I would say, listens to the music more every single day. Yes.
I don't know why I want to say it's more than just listening. So that's interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to say. Would there be someone that was either with like sports hats or like wearing hats all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be my dad.
That would be who?
My dad.
Okay, because he was just showing me hats, and I feel as though they were probably what I wear.
But,
I feel like whenever I say sports, I connect to that. Would you understand that?
no. Maybe like football hats, like, with teams
Yeah,
is what he would wear.
team or something.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you also understand with Dad? There's a little bit of also a laid back quality with him too. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Instead of going to say this hanging out, just like simple is the feeling that I get. Like I don't want to overcomplicate things. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Could there also be he's kind of showing me a memory around lakeside or lakes?
Yes.
Do you understand that? Lakeside wouldn't be the name of the place necessarily, is it?
No.
Because I just felt lakeside and I felt like another place, so I didn't know if you like necessarily the street or something like that. Okay. What I can feel from him is I feel as though you just say you already know I'm okay. You already know that I'm okay. I feel as though this isn't the first time that he's come through. Can you understand that?
Can you repeat that one more time?
I feel as though this isn't the first time he's come through to you. Can you understand that?
So it would be the second time, but the first time I don't feel like there was a connection there like this.
Because the feeling that I get here usually feels like he tried or he has come through to you
Yeah.
previously. What I feel from him right now is the way that he's sort of saying this, he's sort of making me feel like I did my best. I did the best that I could. And I feel as though I know this. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I just feel this sense of like I really tried, I did my best. And then it also feels like I need to say thank you for the very end. Did you understand that you were being there or being like around for his passing?
Um.
To say thank you because he's referring to specifically you being there for him And I don't know if that means literally physically there or if there was some way that we organized care for him in some way, but that's the thing that he's making me feel. And I'm whole. I'm just going to do a little bit more around that. Would you understand you being involved strongly in memorializing him in some way?
Yes.
Would there be also your parents were not together, like your mom and your dad were not together?
They work together.
They were together. There is this
Yeah.
feeling here for some reason of distance, and I want to talk about that.
Yes.
Let me see if I can understand what this is, because I can feel, even in that case, like with your mom, also this sort of tension or frustration of relationship. And I feel as though near the end of his life, they were either came together that was either stronger in some way. Can you understand that?
Yes.
I was going to say illness. Would it make sense that your dad had an illness at the end?
We didn't find out until after about it.
Because I just can feel this sense of her. Would it also make sense with mom that there would have been, I just want to say, a sense of appreciation in a different way after his passing?
Yes.
I don't know how to say that. Would there also have been, too, a feeling of shifting her? There's this shifting feeling in her that I can talk about. A lot of things that kind of like softening a little bit, so let me just step away from that for a second. I think it's what you can say from your dad that like the main sort of message here is that I know I could be difficult at times, but I need you to know that I always love you. I need you to know that I always care.
Yes.
I also feel this sense of really accepting you in a deeper way than maybe he always recognized when you were younger. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Because I feel as though he's saying he's really happy with you and like your life is. It's interesting because there's almost this feeling of you feeling almost there. There's almost this feeling that I'm getting close to my goal or close to something, and I'm not, and you're just right there. Right through like the breakthrough piece. Does that
Yes.
resonate with you, Ashley?
Yeah.
I just feel this sense of like, he's like, you have just this little bit to go. I don't know why he's doing that, but as long as it makes sense to you, that's okay.
It does.
Do you think there's anything that makes sense around like skip? If I said skip, either skip or skipper?
So like the only thing I can think of is like, when you do like skipping, like you're doing that skip, skip, skip to my loo. Like that's something he would joke about a lot. Like he was very goofy. So that doesn't.
He would say let's skip to my loo sort of thing. Okay. Because I just heard just that part. Skip, skipping, something like that.
Yep.
As long as that makes sense to you, I can feel him stepping back. So I'm gonna let him do that. But if it's okay with you, can maybe go to his.
Yes, and I just wanted to touch on you. So you were absolutely 100% about there is an addiction. There was addiction with him. So there was that disconnect, and then me, trying to be there for him and bring him back to me, and because I was in that addiction with him, I got clean. So like trying to be there to tell him like you need to get clean, you need to do better. Like there was a lot of that caring for me with him and lying, like when he would come to my house and stuff, like backing him up for everything. So
I really feel there was a special connection between the two.
very.
It just seemed to me like years, but I feel like it's really this is where the strong relationship is.
Yes, me and him were very connected. Like he was my everything. I was his everything.
And I just feel like that is continuing. That's why I feel like this sense of the push-pull of this feels so powerful and strong, and then at the same time, this sort of struggle. It just feels like it was sort of this equality of the relationship, and you had to be the one to kind of push him along.
Yes, yes.
I feel like there was something else you were going to mention that
Let me think too, because so I do the same thing you do. You know, I just started, and I think that's what he's talking about that push. Like I just started mediumship 2 months ago, but I forget right away. Like, and you probably understand that too. So, oh, so yes, that does. So my older brother, he was in active addiction too. And he just got out of it, and he just, put himself into a program. He just started doing, like, got his own place. Like, it was bad with him, very bad. He was very angry and so mentally, physically, everything, that change has been made. Like, he's making a lot of progress. So I see where that comes from with my dad acknowledging that with him, because it's been a struggle for a long time with him.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much for coming on here.
Yeah. Thank you for. No, that was amazing, and I've never watched you before, and I followed you, and I asked him to come through, didn't thinking it was going to happen, and I appreciate you doing that, and that was amazing. I can tell you're one of the real ones out there. It's hard to find people like you and like myself, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
All right. Awesome. Some people are saying audio is not working for some reason in this thing. Is it not working for most people on YouTube or Facebook? Just out of curiosity. Hello, Barbara. I know that my Instagram disconnected at one point. Oh, now you can hear me. Okay, great. Perfect. Hello, Lori. Hello, she can. Yeah, that was lovely. That was a nice connection to Dad. Felt like. I think I'm going to leave it here for tonight. But next week I will come back on a Monday, and I will give some more messages to you all. So if you're not following me, do give me a follow so that you can get a free reading. Again, I'm never going to message you for a reading. So if someone messages you with my picture, with a thing that looks like me, sounds like me, it's not me. I'll never message you for a reading. That's a scammer. So don't send anyone any money. Don't give anyone anything. Really, because I get messages from people that go, "Oh, I thought it was you, and now I didn't. Now I gave money to something." I'll never message you. So don't fall for it, please. But I want to say thank you for tuning in, being here with us. And by us, I mean me and all of the people watching. And I will look forward to connecting with you all again very soon next week. If you are interested in developing your mediumship, you can do so at oakbridgeinstitute.org. Thank you, Anne-Marie. That's where we develop mediumship. In July, we're starting our Foundations 1 series, which is really the main track to start your mediumship journey. So if you've ever considered doing that, you can do so there. Also, I offer mentoring, one-on-one, two-on-one, small group mentoring. All of that information is on my website at mediummichaelmayo.com. The only way to book with me is through my website, mediummichaelmayo.com. That's the only way I will never reach out for a reading or anything like that. So just please don't give anyone money pretending to be me. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next week.